The current makeover of the iPhone SE is just around the way, February 19 potentially, and there's a good likelihood that it will undergo a rebranding. If other reports are to be believed, then the new phone will be called the iPhone 16e. Apple insider Mark Gurman in his newsletter corroborates these allegations and suggests that the iPhone SE might be no more. According to Gurman, the recent statement by Apple CEO Tim Cook was likely referencing the iPhone SE. Cook indicated that Apple would welcome a new member to its family on February 19. The language makes it sound like this is a new product, but the smart hub that the company is working on is still some time away. Thus, the iPhone SE 4 long anticipated to ship in early 2025 makes the most sense. So, why is there a risk that Apple would ditch the popular SE label for their cheap phone? Gurman says that this is because of just how different this phone is going to be compared to its predecessors, and I agree. All of the features we've learned about till now make this phone sound much more like a version of the iPhone 16 series than a distinct product. For starters, and perhaps most crucially, the iPhone SE 4 is believed to utilize the same chipset that powers the iPhone 16 series. If this is accurate, then the iPhone SE 4 will give the same performance as Apple's flagships. The business priced the iPhone 16 series the same as the iPhone 15, possibly because it knew that these phones weren't major advancements. So the iPhone SE 4 may be following the similar thought process and giving top performance for an even lower cost to rake in more new customers. Secondly, and in my opinion more critically, the iPhone SE 4 will contain 8 gigs of RAM. This allows the phone to support Apple Intelligence. Now Apple's AI tools are rarely anything to write home about, but it's fantastic to see that the affordable phone will support the main flagship selling point too. I've used every single iPhone SE model as my everyday driver. Despite testing and getting to play around with all the top phones, I still can't comprehend forking over thousands of dollars for a phone. And while an iPhone SE 4 announcement could be imminent, it could herald the end of my love affair with Apple's affordable phones. There was a time when top-of-the-line models cost $200 on average, with a 2-year contract out the door whenever I'd walk to my carrier store. But the days of subsidized phones are long gone, replaced with installment plans where you, the consumer, pays for the entirety of the phone over a period of time. Since then, the cost of a phone has steadily creeping higher, moving from $600 outright to the thousands. That's why I bought the first generation iPhone SE back in 2016. Its $399 cost was significantly more comfortable with my budget, which only risen to $429 by the time that the most recent iPhone SE 2022 model was announced. Unlike the 3 prior versions though, I might skip the iPhone SE 4 completely. Here's why. Prices always climb. For the iPhone SE series thus far, I have to accept that the $29 rise from the first to most current edition was appropriate. It's not like the $100 rises we've seen in recent years, with phones like the OnePlus 13 and Pixel 9. So speculations that it would cost $499 for the iPhone SE 4 shouldn't be ridiculous, right? Well, the landscape has evolved considerably with the debut of the iPhone SE 2022. While several of the greatest cheap phones have slowly increased to roughly $500, such the Pixel 8a, the iPhone SE 4 at $499 would no longer have the same benefit of attracting customers with a lower pricing. There are other phones much under that $500 level, including the Nothing Phone 2a and Galaxy A35, which have their own means of drawing buyers. For the Nothing Phone 2a, you won't find a finer-looking design in a phone under $400, while the Galaxy A35 boasts a big screen paired with a triple camera configuration. I can't stress enough about how the bar has climbed for what I want in a phone, so it's not simply pricing alone. How many phones come out nowadays with only a single camera? I can't think of that many, although the iPhone SE 2022 surely comes to mind. That was 3 years ago, a time when twin camera configurations were becoming the norm, even on some inexpensive phones. As much as I'd love for Apple to properly launch a dual camera configuration for the iPhone SE 4, all the reports suggest at a new 48 megapixels camera, which would be an advance from the 12 megapixels already on the 3rd generation iPhone SE. While I'm certain that the performance will live up to my expectations, it's already at a disadvantage due to the lack of an ultra-wide camera. Meaning I'd have to walk back farther to obtain the landscape shot I want compared to a phone with one. I'm not too concerned that it doesn't appear to be receiving a telephoto camera either. That's because I've seen how well Apple exploits pixel binning with fantastic outcomes in recent releases like the iPhone 15 and 16. I've tested this out for myself, and the digital zoom from the iPhone SE4's single camera may still offer optical-like zoom. However, there's no way for this new model to give the same functionality that the dual camera configurations offer in other contemporary phones. Even though it might look bad, there's still a possibility for the iPhone SE4 to prove me wrong. It's said to be powered by Apple's i18 chipset, which I've tested with outstanding results on the iPhone 16 when it comes to graphics processing. Furthermore, it means that it might very possibly benefit from the same Apple Intelligence features. There's also the problem around its display and battery, which might get a far more merited boost this time. Rumors indicate at a 6.1-inch OLED display that wouldn't only be a size boost for the series, but the color depth and clarity should be significantly improved, shifting from LCD to OLED. And finally, a larger battery paired with the power efficiency of the A18 chip might catapult the iPhone SE4 to the longest battery life in the series. Although it requires a lot to catch up to the battery times we got with the OnePlus 13R. Next, with the iPhone SE4 slated to be introduced next Wednesday, Apple devotees are excitedly expecting its arrival. After being rumored for almost 2 years, the iPhone SE4 is finally poised to make its premiere on February 19, 2025. The new phone is likely to deliver big upgrades, and here's a summary of the 5 features I'm most excited about. 1. A sleek, modern design with Face ID. The iPhone SE4 will receive a dramatic design redesign, eliminating the outmoded, thick bezels of prior versions. Expect a 6.1-inch OLED screen with slimmed-down corners, providing a fresh and modern style. For the first time on the SE range, Face ID will replace the standard Home button and Touch ID. With the inclusion of a notch at the top for sensors, consumers will unlock their phone just by glancing at it. Plus, the phone will sport flat sides, a redesigned action button, and a USB-C charging port, signifying the end of the Lightning port. 2. MagSafe charging. Apple is introducing MagSafe charging to the iPhone SE4. This version enables the usage of magnetic accessories like wallets and kickstands, and supports MagSafe-enabled wireless chargers for perfect alignment. While MagSafe has been available on other iPhone models since 2020, its presence on the Southeast series is a huge advantage. 3. Enhanced performance and Apple Intelligence. The iPhone SE4 will make the transition from the A15 chip to the A18 the same chipset found in the iPhone 16 series. This improvement promises speedier performance, with the SE4 having practically flagship-level power at a more affordable price. Additionally, the phone is likely to contain 8 gigs of RAM, paving the door for Apple Intelligence, improving the phone's AI capabilities. 4. Improved battery life. Battery life on prior iPhone SE models has been a perennial grumble, especially with the smaller 4.7-inch displays. But with the SE4's larger 6.1-inch screen and more efficient A18 CPU, Apple expects to give a full day's worth of battery life. While the actual battery capacity is unknown, the iPhone 16 ships with a 3,561 mAh cell. Therefore, the SE4 likely sport a similar battery. 5. Upgraded camera quality. While the iPhone SE4 will have a single 48 megapixels rear camera, it promises higher overall image quality compared to the 12 megapixels camera on the iPhone SE3. Thanks to a new sensor intended to capture more light and information, photographs will seem crisper and more vivid in various lighting circumstances. While there may be no zoom functionality or wide-angle images, the improved picture quality will be a major step forward. Stay tuned for the official introduction of the iPhone SE4, as these changes are guaranteed to make it one of the most anticipated mid-range smartphones of 2025. So, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tech news. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.